Hello everybody. First pig of the show, and a very nice little pig too. Well prepared, well shown. A bit different than we show them in New Zealand, and this little pig fully wattled. Bigger back end than we usually see in New Zealand. Very well presented pig. I did notice a slight limp maybe, but I'm discounting that. It might have been the video. So he moves well, looks good. Curly tail's interesting. We usually have straight tails on our coonies in New Zealand, but nice little pig. Another nice little pig. Bit of air under this one, a bit higher off the ground, a bit longer in the nose. It's hard to tell with these younger pigs, but yeah, we would call this Hereford coloured, which is very rare in New Zealand to see a coonie this colour. Curly tail on it. I'd say this is very much more so a meat type pig. Very interested in fencing system too. We use a very similar system in New Zealand, and I'm really liking seeing everyone's farms. It's very different to going to a showground. So this little pig moves very well, a bit more prick-eared. Yeah, I like it. Very nice. This is the third pig in the ring. A bit more compact, this one. Again, Hereford coloured, nicely wattled, straighter tail, nice and broad. I like those short legs too. I like those. I like its ears. The ears can be anything on a coonie. There's no problem with that. No problem with that at all. Very nice moving little pig. I'd say he's a bit younger than the last pig, but you can't always be sure. Look at the broadness. I like that. I like them broad. It should lay a lot of fat, that pig, which is something we should be looking for, pigs that lay fat. Moving very well. Wow, this is a nice little pig. Very strongly wattled, which is something you don't see often. It appears to have a double dose of the wattle gene. You don't see that often. I like the ears. Those are very traditional ears. Moves very well. I'd say it's another young pig. And I'm really loving seeing the other pigs around this and seeing your farms. I'm actually really loving that. It's like visiting another country. It's just beautiful. Walks well, this little pig. He's nice on his feet. He has a bit of air under him. He might grow down and up. Yeah, I would certainly breed from this pig. I'd breed from all of them, actually. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, interesting way to show, too. We don't show like this in New Zealand. We show with a board and a stick. Very interesting. Oh, there's another pig there, a belted one. Oh, he's got the heavy wattles, too. Must be a relation. Love it. I've judged very traditionally, and I'm looking how they will get on in the future, because these are boars. They're breeding boars, they will grow into breeding boars, which is 50% of your herd. So I've looked at that. There's some pigs I would trial breed from, and some I would definitely breed from, but I've placed them in this order. The first pig of the show, I've placed... Sorry, I'll go to the bottom. The fourth pig is number 3. The third pig is number 2. The second pig is number 4, the last one, which was very close to the first pig. I had a problem, and the first pig of the show was first of this class. Thank you very much. Heat 2. A blonde one. Wow, don't often see that either. Nicely wattled. When we're showing coonies in New Zealand, we like them with their nose down. But the way you're showing with the stick, which I've never seen before, encourages the pig to put its head up. So just another point. And the back end of this pig is a lot bigger than we see traditionally. Very nice pig. Love your farm. Well under control. I like to see a broad forehead in a pig. Yep. Well put together little pig. I'm into eating pigs, so yeah. It just makes them look lower to the ground when they've got their head down. And when we're judging in New Zealand, we don't like to see a lot of air under them. Second pig in the heat. Wow, I really like this pig. Same again, we don't see that curly tail and that big back end, but it's got a nice head. And keeping his head down's good. He's walking very well. Don't see much twisting. Good testicles, which we have very small testicles in the coonies, and later on I'll make some comment on some of the pigs. I like this pig. It's quite traditional. It's a little bit bigger in the back end than we're used to, but you're probably breeding for different things. It's extremely well presented, washed, clean. It's got all its hair. It's straight. I think this is going to grow into a very good boar. Oh, a ginger one. Probably with some belted genetics in there. I like the forehead on this pig. Nicely wattled. I'm wondering what the cut is on the side, whether it's on both sides, whether another boar's had a go at it, so those cuts aren't his, it's not genetic. But sometimes you do get those cuts genetically, I'm just not sure. This is a nice pig. That's going to grow into a very nice boar, I think. We don't see many pigs in New Zealand with the belted gene, but there seems to be quite a few overseas. There was one breeder in New Zealand that had belted coonies, but traditionally they weren't around. Very nice little pig. Curly tail. Yep, not used to seeing that curly tail, but it's not a fault. I'm not saying it's a fault, it's just different. Like the markings on this pig. Last one in the class. Big back end again, curly tail. I'm not used to see it. Seems very funny. And a more New Zealand way of showing with the board, but the board's probably twice the size that we use in New Zealand. And I sort of favour the floppy ears. A lot of my coonies have got those ears. Both prick ears and floppy ears are traditional. You can get very floppy ones and very prick ears. But what the floppy ears do, they tend to make the nose look shorter. Sorry, wasn't the last pig in the class. Hate to miss this pig out because it's well worth looking at. It's got more side tassels, not a fault at all. Can have side tassels. Oh, what's that in the background? Is that a swan goose? Oh, I love seeing this stuff. Very well marked pig. Yep, moves well, well presented. I love this netting. You know, I'm the only person in New Zealand that uses netting like this. We call it horse netting, so horses don't kick through it. Nothing wrong with this little pig. Love it. But 5 in the class of this one. So, yeah, love it. And it's got a straight tail. Look at that tail. That's what I like to see. Look at that beautiful straight tail. But it's traditional. I'm not giving it any other points because of that. A little bit long in the feet and down in the pasterns at the front. All the coonies in New Zealand are very flat-footed. You tend to have brought them more up on their toes, which is, we don't judge coonies in New Zealand we don't give them any discredit for flat feet. Good class, this one, very interesting. Please understand how I'm placing them. I'm judging traditionally, and what I see is the best pig in the class. I'm not taking into account, like you do when you breed, what's behind these pigs. So the best show pig is not necessarily the best breeding pig. You could breed some very good show pigs out of some very pigs that don't do very well at the show. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, the places are from back to front. There's 5 in this class. I thought there was 4, but I've placed them. 5th place is number 5. 4th place is number 8. 3rd place is number 7. 2nd place number 9, and 1st place number 6. And I'm very happy I placed that pig first, but underneath that, they were all very, very close. There was no bad pigs in the ring, so Thank you very much. So for honourable third, I'm going to pig number 9. Nice coloured, nice presented. Still would like it a little bit lower to the ground. But it's hard to judge these younger pigs as well because they grow differently. But if anything, I would like a shorter neck, and he may change. He's still growing. So thank you for showing me that pig. And the reserve champion for today, very nice pig. He is more meat type, I think. Shown very well presented. When a pig's washed and well presented and looks good, it improves everything. It just improves everything. So that is number 6, gets reserve champion. And for the champion of the heat is the first pig in the show, and it's class Junior Boar Championship, pig number 1. It just reads number 11. Pig number 1 wins the class. It's the champion. Today, that pig is very, very good. I would be careful how this pig grows up in the future, unlike some of his competitors. Just keep an eye on him. But on the day, he's my pick. Thank you very much.